So within this site, we look after obviously women and children's services across really three main parts of this site. We've got the old Princess Alexandra wing, where we have maternity services and neonatal services. In the tower block behind us, we have paediatrics and utilised theatres over in Trelawney wing. I think there's a number of issues that we've lived with for a long time, including capacity, the space that we have to work within that wouldn't meet modern standards. When we compare with what we're working within now, we provide a safe service, but it has its limitations. For example, a small example is some of our rooms on delivery suite have shared toilet facilities. So that's outdated. Having co-location of services is imperative for us, so that everything is close together, and making it a better experience, not just for the families of Cornwall, but also for the staff that work within our service.
I think first and foremost is understanding our sites, and our age of estate is sort of Prince Alexander wing, and the tower block behind us are 1960s. So we're straight away, just to deliver our same services, we were having to increase the accommodation and room sizes by about 50% just to bring up to modern standards. That's before we looked at any improvements in co-locations and adjacencies that could be made. So we're currently standing in the site of our new Women and Children's Hospital. This link corridor here is part of the estate that we are knocking down as part of enabling projects. We'll link into our Trelawney building on the ground floor and our tower block on the ground floor. But we can't link into our tower block on the upper floor because of the time of construction that was. But we do link into our Trelawney building on the second floor over there. But some of the challenges that we face is we've got to move the services that are currently located in this link corridor. So we have to move our cardiac outpatient services, and they will move into our Trelawney building, and that will create more improved co-location of services for our cardiac investigation unit and our cardiac outpatient services. They'll all be co-located together. We'll also have to move our pathology and haematology services and our mortuary, where it's the back half of the link corridor, and they're moving into an extension to our current pathology building at the front of our site. But we have to do that before we can start building here, and we have to maintain those pathology services. So it's a real critical point of our programme and delivery to move these other services to enable us to build on this site. I mean, it's a real challenge at fitting our new building in between our Trelawney building and our tower block. We've got a very space constrained site, and that was a real challenge. But for me, as well as all of the women and children, it's about how it starts to transform the rest of our site. So our new main entrance to our hospital will be in this new building, which is really exciting because we're going to start to change how everybody uses the site, not just women and children's services. Our theatres are going to be co-located with our theatres on the second floor in our Trelawney building, and that starts to transform other pathways around the hospital as well as our women and children's services.
One of the big things for us is being in the right place at the right time. Obviously, everybody knows that we are fairly unique in our geography, that we don't really have a next nearest neighbour. Our tertiary centres are Plymouth and Bristol. So having the services where we need them for the families is how this new build will fit in with that.
As we started this project, it was pre-COVID, and anybody who works with architects know is they like nothing more than getting the paper out and a roll of tracing paper and having those in-person discussions. So trying to have those over Teams meetings was quite challenging but quite successful. Our partners Stride to Glow and worked really well with us. Our whole aspirations of our site as we walk around, we're quite a disjointed site at the moment. I think as we start to see our new buildings come into fruition and being able to use them, we can sort of drive up our expectations about the spaces that we are working in, operating out of, and have a sense of pride in where we are and our estate as well.
Our passion is maintaining a safe service, which we do provide, but in somewhat difficult circumstances. Having a purpose-built facility will allow us to continue to provide safe care for the families of Cornwall. We've both been aware of lots of members of this process so far who live and work in Cornwall, have families in Cornwall who've had their children or been delivered in this hospital. So having a state-of-the-art facility for the families of Cornwall and Isles of Scilly is everything to us.